What's up, guys? How's it going? Hello. How's Kiwi? How's Cecil? How you guys doing? Oh, thanks for coming by. Smidge. It worked. It did work. Yay! Looks all squished. Why does it look squished? Hang on. Yeah. Fix this. What's up, Funky? How you doing? I think I need to like reset. There we go. Yay, unsquished. Unsquished. Just sort of scooch it down a little. It just got funky in here. Did you guys notice that? I came up with a new idea for a thing I want to work on. And so I'm going to show you guys what it is. Because I'm not satisfied with having two really big projects. I need a third one. I think this will be smaller though. So, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was a gift. So the idea that I have here is to build a visualizer for my record keeper battle plans. I'm calling it the battle planner. And I'm going to do a really ugly, terrible illustration here to kind of show you what it is. Hang on, let me fix my camera. It always does that stupid autofocus. I wish it would not turn itself back on every time. Okay, so the idea is I want to be able to like say, okay, here's, you know, character number 1 in my team, and here's character number 2, and you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down, right? And then for each one, it'll be like, okay, from this time to this time, I'm gonna be like life siphon. And then for this person, from here to here, maybe I'm like Kurata or something, right? And then maybe at this point, we're gonna pop off the chain. And then over here, we're gonna do, you know, awakening. And then all of this will be like sitting on a timeline. This is the idea. So, like here's 0 seconds. And here's where I fail at drawing straight lines. And then here's 1 second. And 2 seconds. And so on. And then maybe I'll even have something where it's like, okay, this is where the boss enters phase 2. Right? And I think I'll actually have a column, like, this is where we start the chain, maybe? But then I'll probably have, not a column, but like a row, probably at the top of the chain. Where it's like, okay, the chain starts here and it's going to last this long. And, like, I think it could be cool for planning. I probably won't use it for planning. I'll probably use it for, like, what's the word? Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I've been recording videos and I want to try to edit them and put them up, but I think I'll put them in the videos. I'll, like, say, okay, this is basically overall what's happening in this plan. Here's kind of what to expect as you watch the video. Just laying it all out as much as I can to communicate to people, like, my, you know, victory strategies or whatever. So yeah, that's the idea. Anything else that seems good, I could possibly pop in there. I don't want to make it too complicated, because then it's going to take forever. I'd rather just kind of have a simple version of it and get it working. This is what I have so far, which is totally not at all user-friendly. Blockchain? I don't know anything about blockchain, man. This is what I got right now. Like, I've got different colors. I've got it sort of set up to automatically space itself out and that kind of stuff. So it's all written in JavaScript. It's all on a web page. I don't know anything about blockchain. I probably should learn about blockchain, right? Like, I literally know nothing except bitcoins or something. So the dopey part is that so far it's all really hard-coded. So I've just got, like, basically garbage information here just to kind of see how it handles itself. That's not a thing. Okay, right. Cancel. Cancel. I moved the file. Let me fix that. I think that I probably want to I mean, I tried to do this a couple weeks ago, where I'd like switch between a couple of projects, so I don't want to work on this all day. Unless I get really, really tied up on it. Maybe then I will. But, we'll see. So if I do that, and then I update that, and I check it out, it's broken. I broke it. What did I do? Failed to load resource, uncaught reference, in it is not defined. Ooh. Non-fungible tokens. Hey, come on, how you doing? Non-fungible, fungible? What did I do? What did I mess up? Right, because there's this weird comma here. I think it's screwed up. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't build right. Didn't incorporate pigeon tokens. Yeah, sure. I'll get right on that. Alright, so we still got errors. Uncaught, blah blah blah. Uncaught reference in it is still not defined, so it's still not liking something that I'm doing here. I'm sure it's a bracing issue. Stop stat plan set. What it doesn't like about this. I should probably just be using Visual Studio because it's way better at this kind of stuff. But I like to torture myself, so I'm not gonna. I still don't get it. So it doesn't like init. We got this brace, which pairs wait with that. Oh, that's why. Okay, that was like, I don't know if you guys even saw that, but this little red to that red makes 0 sense whatsoever. So, should be an extra paren on each one of those lines. Pull that up. Pigeon tokens. It's funny because, like, one of the things I want to do. There we go. Obviously, one of the things I needed to figure out here was, is 100 pixels enough visual space? And clearly it's not. Plus, the text is like abysmally bad and terrible to read. I need to figure out how good it is. Let me just sort of. I don't even know how to do it. Close the bookmark bar. No. Yes, there we go. One of the things I want to do is kind of have like a reward system for when people are cool in chat. Pigeon tokens. Would they be otter tokens or something? I don't know. But then I also don't know what it would be good for. Okay, so let's fix the text. Maybe I can just make it black instead of white. How's everybody doing? How's your weeks? Got any weekend plans? What's up? What's happening? Is that better? Eh, it's a little better. It's marginally better. Maybe I could even throw like a pixel or two on the left side. Boom. Maybe I could even put a little box around it. I think there's a way to do stroke. Wolf vouchers. Yes, exactly. But like legit, I don't know what they would be useful for. I don't know what you guys would want as rewards that I could like legitimately do. Let's see. Fill style. Let's do stroke style equals. I think we just do black. And then I think I'd have to do a fill and then a stroke, so it's actually two different steps. Context, whoops. Context dots fill or stroke rect. Sounds a lot dumber than it is. Right minus left, height. All my like stupid garbage math just embedded in the middle here. Let's see if that does a little nicer. Little boxes around it. It's still really sort of teeny tiny, which I kind of want because the idea is to like basically this is the idea I have in my head. It's like here's the video. And a lot of people do this. If you look up record keeper videos online, or if you watch people on Twitch, they usually have like gameplay here. Ugh, once again with the horrid inability to draw straight lines. Drives me nuts. Like they'll put the game here, they'll have some kind of like image here showing their party composition. I don't know what else I might have over here, but my sort of addition to the formula would be to have this planner down at the bottom. Chunk cues, mandrake roots, nice, nice. So this is where my little doodad would go, like right here. So I need to like have it not be too vertical, mostly horizontal information. So that's why I settled on initially 100 pixels, which is super tiny. And the problem too will be that like even at 1080, if it looks that small, then at 720 it's going to look really small. So I gotta definitely account for that. I think actually that's one of the tools I can play with here. Like if this is 1280 by 720, responsive? No. Interesting. Fine. Summary of buffs. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be good too, actually, now that you mention it. Yeah. I need to like figure out how to actually scale this image. I guess that's what I could do. Is if this is what it looks like now, I'll take a snapshot of it. Whole screen. And then look at it over here. Can I scale this thing? No, that's like cropping it. Okay, I actually probably have to use Photoshop for this. Because I'm not smart. I'm not good at thing. I'm not good at thing do. Yeah, right? Like, you're right. I think that's worth it. I think it's good. I think it's kind of nice to see where all of the battle decisions kind of play out. Durations of effects and things. There are some tools online. I don't know if you guys have ever gone looking, but there's some that are just so complicated that... Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my thinking. I want my videos, if I do ever get around to like editing them, I want them to be useful and like almost educational, which just sounds a little corny, but it's true. Anyway, 1080. Oh yes, create. Right? Like, exactly. I kind of have the same thing. Like when I'm looking for videos, I'll look for really basic general ideas like, how are you dealing with this one thing? Like, I think, Cecil, you're telling me that you're almost coming up to a Leviathan, I think? And Leviathan has this, like, really annoying thing. I don't know if you've looked at it at all, but it'll doom your party, and then it'll, like, quickly wind down the doom. And at some point, it'll try to kill your entire party at almost the same time. So it's like, how do I deal with that? And so I'd watch a video just to kind of see how they did it. And you know, basically the solution is either you have everyone go so fast that you never have to worry about it, or you cast re-raise on your whole party. And it's like, okay, well, which one of those can I actually do? Anyway, so if I paste this here, here's that. Then I could do a little image size adjustment. I can like scale this down to 1280 by 720. And then I think there's like it's control 1. Yeah, there we go. This is 100%. So that's what it's going to look like. Absolutely unreadable. So we've obviously gone too small with the area. So let's try 150. And especially if I'm going to add things like, okay, here's a chain. Here's like a buff, a party buff, duration, stuff like that. We're going to need a ton of space for that. I got to think about like, so if there's 5 party members and a chain, that's 6. And then if I have a buff line, like that would be 7, but if I need 2 or 3 buff lines, that'd be 8 or 9. So maybe I need a lot more space than I'm giving it credit for. Or another way to do it would be to like have a maximum amount of space and then just scale things down slightly as I go, which is kind of my plan to begin with. So right now I've got 150 instead of 100. Trying to figure out where I actually did the height thing. Okay, here we grab the height of the area on the page, divided by the number of character plans. We've got to add in something here for chain. So it's going to be something more like, let's say that we're going to have room for 2 buffs. Yeah, no, you're right, but I think, like, actually being able to visualize it would be cool. Icons is cool, but that also adds more complication to it. If I gotta go digging for icons, now I've gotta, like, that's a bunch of extra work. So let's say, let's say 3 lines. So a total of 8 things on the screen with 150 pixels. Let's see how that looks. Apparently it looks exactly the same. That's weird. Doesn't make any sense. Height equals canvas height, character plans, blah, 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 blah. So this is like, figure out how tall each bar will be. Then you go through every character. You get sort of some basic information like where would the top need to be. You grab the character plan, and then for each element in the character plan, which is all the sort of horizontal information, then we're going to draw each one of those things and label it and all that stuff. The part that I'm trying to update is how tall is it going to be. This should be a larger number than it was. Therefore, much bigger or more vertical real estate. It's so strange. Why isn't it updating? Am I doing something weird here? What the heck? Why aren't you updating? Am I doing something wrong here? Let me check source on this. F12. F12 is our friend. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't seem bad. Let's inspect the source here. Source. Aha, right? Machine learning, yeah. We got all this. We've got height divided by character. Oh, you know what it's doing? Is it's showing me the same thing because I scaled it up and then I added more stuff for it to do. So did it actually like mathematically turn out the same? That would be kind of hilarious. Maybe that's what's happening. Okay, let's try 200 pixels, shall we? There we go. Okay, that's more what I expected. So then I just need to kind of add in some more information here, like here's a character plans. Let's do like chain plans. Chain equals new plan set. And like, so what I've defined here is I've got time, which is just to simplify the concept of how FFRK handles time. I've got a plan, which is like basically a single action, a start time and an end time. And then I got a plan set, which is like a whole set of those little plans. So that's how kind of how I'm handling things at the moment. So then our new plan set for the chain, let's do, I don't know, RW chain. New time. Let's say that it kicks off at about 5 seconds and then ends at, what, it should be like 14 seconds or something, right? So let's say 19 seconds. The other thing I gotta figure out is, did I give it enough time horizontally, which is probably not true. Like, I probably didn't. Let's see how this works. I didn't actually render it, so that's not gonna work. We also got probably another similar error to before. I think I need a triple paren here, which is kind of the messiness of how it works at the moment. Let's also render the chain. Trying to think of like, maybe I don't want this to be character plans. Maybe this will just be all plans. Let's do a search here, because I think I'm getting this mixed up. It'll be a lot simpler. Hang on. Place here. What? Oh, I did that totally wrong. Plans. 9 Amazon delivery vans. That's scary. You're taking over the world, I guess. RJ and plans. Call this, I don't know. I'm just gonna call it row. Call this row here. Row, row, row. Row, 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 row. Let's see if that I didn't totally break that, first of all. I mean, it was already broken, I guess. Uncaught records times is not defined. Okay. Right, I put a little S on this guy. Ask them if they got any free stuff for you. All kinds of errors. Canvas and context loaded successfully. Something, fave icon not found. This is all normal stuff. Nothing's rendering, so something is broken again. Okay, here's my thinking. This would be my next guy. Actually, let's put him at the top. This will be chain. And then this will be like character 1. And then maybe instead of dot length plus 3, we'll just do dot length here. Okay, let me read through this. Plans dot length, var I in plans, plans dot I. Right, this will be row. That's what's not working. Okay, try this. Okay, getting closer. Init not defined, so you've still got another like bracing issue happening. Semicolon. Semicolon does not belong. Everything else seems okay. There we go. Alright, so there's our chain. I think I could possibly get away with a little bit less vertical space for the stuff at the top, like the chain and any buffs and things like that. I could probably do that. At the same time, let's take another snip and look at it. We'll do a little image sizing, doodad, make sure I'm not making this way too teeny tiny. It looks kind of bad. I still can't really read, and I don't know if that's just because it's a really bad scaling. Maybe that is what it is. Image size 1280 by 720. It's doing nearest neighbor. Okay, that's probably why. A cubic sharpener, I think, is the best choice, usually. And it's still kind of hard to read. I don't know, I think we'll have to actually, like, play with it and see how it turns out. But I think that's probably part of it, is I think I want each plan set to have a different height. So let's go with height here, and let's say this dot height equals height. Or maybe instead of height, let's call it, I don't know, scale. So characters are gonna be, let's say 1.0 on the scale factor. I think I can do this, hold Alt, 1.0 comma, yeah. And then the chain will be smaller. So then we grab height. I think we're gonna have to calculate height differently. So we're gonna grab height here. I'm trying to think of how to do this. I'm gonna have to keep track of. I wish I could like just draw on the screen. I guess I don't have anything that can do that. I'll write some comments here. So we're gonna keep track of Y, and calculate size of each bar based on plan set scale, then add height to Y every time. Okay, so var Y equals 0, height is going to be I think I'm just going to have to kind of hard code the height. Let's say row buffer is 5. Let's say base height is no, I don't think I want to do it that way. Sorry, I'm like keep thinking of new ways to do this. So I think maybe what I want to do is I'll go through the whole plan, figure out the sum of these numbers, and then kind of divide by that. I think that's maybe the right way to go. So let's do for var I in plans. I don't know why it does this. It drives me nuts. For var I in plans, let's do it this way. Var total scale equals 0. Total scale plus equals plans at index I dot scale. So that's going to give us some number. In this case, it would be like 5.5. And then what we'll do is we'll split the entire height by that amount, basically. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so then base height per row equals canvas dot height divided by total scale. Gotta add a buffer in there. I'm trying to figure out where the buffer belongs. I think I'll add the buffer later. Hello, MV Topaz. Thanks for your good news, but no thanks. Alright, and then height will be this mess. Base height per row times plans at index I. Actually, we should do this. Call it row dot scale, and then top will be y, and then I think we can just say y plus equals height plus row buffer. So it's like start at 0, calculate height. Top is current y. Move y down so the next row knows where to start. I don't know if this math is good. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, we got a skinny RW chain and we got fatty thingies down here. Why is this one black? That's wrong. Oh, because I didn't put enough colors in. Okay, that would explain. That's fine. My color options are up here, so let's say purple. We're gonna need up to 8 colors, so I need a couple more. I'm not good at picking colors. I guess we could do like a pink, because why not? And then do cyan. Is that a like known HTML color? Okay, seems good so far. Alright, so we got something that looks less terrible. We got space for chain, but it's kind of skinny, so that's fine. Cool. So then we can add on top of that some buffs. I feel like I want chain to be down, so let's add something on top of chain. This will be buff. Also skinny, instead of RW chain, let's say, I don't know, Tyro AASB. Starting at 6 seconds. Suppose I could have done this as like a duration type thing, but I didn't. Tyro, let's say it's 25 seconds. He's got the stupid, materia thing, so that's gonna make it 35 seconds, so that's 41. Let's see how that looks. Okay, text is still kind of hard to read sometimes. Maybe what I should do is try to calculate the text, or do like custom text based on the thing that's in front of. I don't know. Like black on yellow makes sense, but white on almost everything else is possibly better, especially this blue right here. Let's do it this way. Class color pairs. Color pair. Constructor. BG FG. This dot BG equals BG. This dot FG equals FG. These will now be objects. Let's do a version of this where we just say constructor just BG. Then I would say BG, or no, this dot BG equals BG, this dot FG equals black. So that we don't have to always do it. But this will be new color pair red. Oops. Riveting stuff, I'm sure. The way the cookie crumbles. Okay, new color pair, blue. I need you to be showing white. So it'll be blue and then white. Maybe that's the only one that I actually have to change. So then it's just a matter of like grabbing this, throwing it all the way down. Okay, I did not like doing that, so that's okay. I think that's what I want right there. Yeah. Formatting, whatever. And then down here, we just need to grab .bg, and then this will be colors at index I.fg for the text. Okay, let's try that. Broken. Of course, init is not defined, so that means another bracing error somewhere, I'm sure. Repaired correctly. You seem fine. They're all good. What did I mess up? This thing? You're paired, right? Huh. What is it not liking? Something not so good. Not sure what it is. I don't see problem. Function init not found. Is it because of this? Maybe it doesn't like having two constructors? Is that true? Let me check my JavaScript rules here. JavaScript construct multiple constructors. Aha. Okay, it says doesn't have overloading. Overloading is when you have multiple functions with the same name. Constructor is one example of that. So I guess what I have to do here is probably just equals white, which is probably a simpler way to do it anyway. That's like a default value. Alright, there we go. I put white. I meant to put black. Alright. Cool. I mean, that is potentially better. We can maybe do white on the purple. So now at least I have some sort of control over making it readable. Okay, yeah, I think this is sort of edging toward what we want, right? I guess the real test would be actually putting in a legitimate run. Here's the other thing. I don't know how much space I'm getting horizontally here, and it doesn't look like a lot. This is what, 41 seconds here? Why does that seem wrong? Why do these both end at the same spot? That doesn't seem right. Shouldn't. Got 41 and 19. Why are they... Interesting. Maybe my row buffer can actually be smaller while I'm thinking about it. Maybe just one. I wrote 2. I was thinking 1. No, that sort of crunches things together a bit too much. Let's do 2. I wonder if actually this will work. Nope, never seems to work. I don't even know why they have that option. Alright, try that again. Alright, I mean that's better. I don't mind it being a little bit quote-unquote claustrophobic, but I still don't really know why these are ending at the same point. Something about that is definitely wrong. Right equals plan.endtime. Plan equals row.plans at j. So strange. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna debug that. Pretty bizarre. Let's see. I guess, okay, I think I know what I can do to debug. It's left, minus left. It's 5. Black. It's left. Color sub I. No, that's right. Height is there, row is there, top is there. Left. Minus left. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so we'll have to do console.log. Row.action name. Or no, this will be plan.action name. Yes. Okay, and then action name here, and then that's right. And it'll print in the console, I guess. That's the idea anyway. Console. Definitely different numbers. That's really weird that it's proceeding to print them at the same vertical value. Oh, you know what it is? You guys know what it is? It's bleeding off the edge already. So that means that it's actually way, way, way too wide. Okay, let's kill the console. Why are you not any wider than this? I do need to inspect that, actually. Width is 1080. Oh, that's why. Okay, I don't know why I went 1080. That was, I was going 1080p, but 1080 is the height, not the width. Should be 1920. Still not gonna be enough. Okay, now we're getting something that looks closer to reality. But yeah, still not enough. Not by a long shot. So we're gonna need to compress the scaling here. So it's this part. We basically have to take every value and multiply it by some scaling factor. So maybe I'll do this. Row buffer is kind of in that same ballpark. Maybe I'll just call this buffer. Place a row buffer with just buffer. That's all. And I'll use buffer here as well. And then, what did I say? Height. Top plus height divided by 2. Its position. Okay, it's trying to put it roughly in the middle of the box. That kind of makes sense. Sort of. I don't know, I'll probably have to fix that. Let's do scale. I'll call it X scale equals 0.5. Let's start with the 50% scaling here. So every value that we put in when we actually do the filling needs to be scaled by that amount. So let's go with top. No, it's actually just the left and the right. So I guess we'll do this times Y or X scale. This times X scale. Try that. Okay, better. Still gonna be a real tight squeeze. So I think I need to go even smaller. Do like 0.4. Okay, that might actually work. Because I think that most of my runs are about a minute or less. So this is 41 seconds, and I probably will have to go a little scrunchier. That's okay. What else do I need to get on here? I need to have the ability to do, like... maybe I can worry about that later. I think what I want to do now is to build up the panels to, like, build this stuff and have it run based on user input and stuff. So, we will do some forms. I think it's done through forms. Let me double check how this all kind of works. HTML form with JavaScript action, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have forms. Find the value of each element in a form, submit a form, find the target of a form. HTML input examples. Sure. This one. So create a form. You write in some inputs, type or text, etc., etc. Type submit. Okay. Click try to disable the value of each element in the form or display the value. Okay. Cool. Okay. That seems pretty straightforward. Basically what I remember. So let's create a form, shall we? Form. ID equals, I don't know. Shall we do this? Character 1. I don't know about action. There's maybe not even an action that I need to worry about. So kill the form, and then for each value in between, I guess we gotta put a name, a start, and an end. Or there's gonna be, I guess, some scalable number of plans. Okay, so I think I'll start simple. We'll do action name, colon, and then you put input type equals text, right? Yeah. Name equals action name. No commas. And then value. Hey, Demazi, how you doing? Yeah. How's it going? I'm doing something a little different today. I just can't settle on one project, I guess. But I'm writing a little visualizer. I'll show you what I have. It's for this insane mobile game that I play and slightly obsess over. But the idea is that we can input some various like battle plans. It's kind of it's Final Fantasy, so it's like a ATB type battle system. So I want to be able to like lay out, okay, for this character, here are the actions he's going to do and when and that kind of stuff, and here's the other stuff that's happening. So I'm just building up a little like web tool that I thought of yesterday. How are you today? Value's going to be, let's just do blank, that's fine. And then I think we can just do one of these, right? Break, okay, yeah. And then we'll do action name, and we'll do start time. Just call it start. And we'll call this action. And then I guess we're gonna have to do a bunch of these, so this is the part where I'm gonna struggle with the CSS stuff. I'm so bad at CSS. CSS is side by side. Perfect. Exactly. Okay, so we're gonna do float child, float container. We're padding with border, float child. Resulting code will look like this. Okay. Float left. Got it. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. Kind of like that. Let's plop that over there so I can spend a moment on writing a CSS file here. I always forget how to even include them. Oh, nice. Oh, that's great. Yeah, working here, but yeah, shoot. I used to live in a pretty small apartment, and like, I mean, I've lived in various small apartments, let's put it that way, so the struggle of like being able to focus with everything going on around you, it's crazy. So I get it. Where can I look? I think sandbox. This is my process for web development, is like, how did I do that again? Oh, that's right, let's pull that. Okay, so I'll throw this here. That'll be detected, I think, and pop up a thingy? Huh? Maybe? Maybe not. Okay, so let's create a new file here. Style.css. Thanks for the bark. The bark. Okay, and then we're gonna do all this, what would I call it? Floating column container. Look at the baby, I know. Aren't they cute? I got like a few more of those. I should go dig them up and cut them. I don't know if you guys have noticed a theme here, but editing videos takes a really long time for me. I guess padding is a thing that maybe I'm gonna want out of this example. 5 pixels, and then we'll do another one for floating column. 50%. I'll just try float left and see where that takes us. Coming back, close view, coming back over here. There we go. Now we can sort of jump back and forth this way. Let's add some classes to things. So we'll do div class equals floating column container. Should be in quotes. Close the div, and then each one of these forms will be in its own little div class equals floating column. Tab you over and close the div. Okay, and then we'll just sort of copy and paste that. And this will be character 2, and we'll see how that goes. You'll try it and see. Not at all correct. So they're lining up vertically. That's definitely not what I wanted there. Okay, so there's some other stuff. Probably the width is the thing that's going to make it do that. I guess I may as well just sort of start with hey, what's up, DJ? Different project today. How are you? The box is here though. You can still play with the box. Try it out. Try. BarkBot says hi, DJ. Did it break? Oh no. Like for a second I was like, oh no, didn't work. How you doing? How's life? How's school? How's football? Width. Let's do width here. I'm working on a new thing today, because that's how I roll. I think the padding did not help up top, so let's do some padding here. I like it to be alphabetical, that's why I'm reordering these things. By all means, you may, absolutely. And then, yeah, border seems good. Very good, very nice. Border, 1 pix. Let's just do black. Maybe I have to give a size, I can't remember. Solid black. Very nice, well done, well done. Alright, let's push all of this stuff up. Try this again. Alright, we're getting there. So maybe the padding is useful. Padding 5 pixels. Push that up. Isn't it though? I gotta think of something else to do with it. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm building a little thing for the phone game that I obsess over slightly. So like be able to visualize plans on things and just be able to lay out like a whole bunch of overlapping actions and things like that. And then I'm building a little form, and the idea is that people will type in the information up here and then it'll populate this thing in real time. Floating column container. Why don't you like me? Floating column container. Did I spell it wrong? Did not. Very nice. Glad you're enjoying. Padding. Sort of ignoring my margins and my padding and stuff. Is this actually uploading the CSS file? That's a question. Nice, well done. How do I get some space in here? I don't know why the space does not want to appear. I guess that maybe my my battle plan. Did I call it with a small b or a big B? Big B. Okay. Let's say battle plan. Padding 5 pixels. I'm glad you're enjoying. Nope, not doing anything whatsoever. You're killing me, Smalls. Okay, so I gotta put a div around this. Div. I'm gonna cheap out. I've already given up on CSS, so we're gonna go with padding 5 pixels. This is what happens when you get tired of writing CSS. You just go with the old style equals blank. There's still no padding. This is driving me nuts. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna do it some other day. You've seen Sandlot, huh? That's amazing. That's a classic from when I was a kid. Okay. Okay, so then we just need to write the code to actually listen for it to change, and I think that the key there ends up being on change. I think you can do. Where's that example? No, I think it's a different thing. What are we doing here? Excellent. Okay, it's sort of basically working. So I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. Sorry. I'm trying to think. Okay, what would I search for here? HTML input on change, right? I think it's on change. Yeah, okay. I already know. So on change equals on change character 1. No, let's make it a string. I spelled it wrong. No, I didn't. I spelled it right. Okay, so let's slap on change on each of these guys, as well as this guy, and this guy, and this guy. I don't know, I haven't tested the limits. You could try writing a paragraph or something if you want. I'd actually find it pretty helpful if you wanted to test how broken you can do. Okay, it's because we got double quotes. I messed that up. Let's not do it that way. Let's do single quotes here. QA in progress, folks. Okay, we need that function to be written. So, function on change form name Kraft Versicherung. I don't think I said that right at all. Var form equals get element by ID form. I guess I should call it name ID. Form ID. If form is null, then console.log attempted to update form, but ID was invalid. Form ID. Chicken butt, poop, and farts. Alright, you found the limit. Chicken butt, poop, and farts. I don't know, man, that's it. As it stands, maybe we should cut it off right before your last sentence there. Nice! I gotta count out how many characters that is. And save that for later. I'll throw it in Notepad. How many characters? That is 215 characters, so it looks like we want about 200 to be the limit there. Good to know. Thank you. Thank you for testing. Alright, we're gonna grab the form, we're gonna see what the values are. Their example here shows me kind of how they do it. We get the elements. x.getElements at index I.value. Gotcha. Okay, so in the order that they're placed in, they become elements of the form in order. Nice, nice. Yes, Guinea with an E. Okay, so then I think what I want is a different way of handling this. Okay, so let's do this. Let's call this, whoops. I don't know what I just did there. Call this const debug, or I don't know, test plan. And then we'll do actual plans separately. So our plans equals some whole mess here. with nothing in it actually, so I don't know why I'm doing it that way. Var plans equals some empty array. Okay, and then on change, we're gonna change that up. So, maybe a better way to do this is instead of the doodad, I will pass in just a number. Let's do a search and replace for the number 0. Because I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll pass in a number, and then each form will have a different number. So I guess this is going to be 1, which I didn't really update anyway. So this won't be form ID, this will be plan index. And then I'll say form name equals, for now it's just going to be character plus plan index plus 1, I guess. And then we'll use that as the form. Nope, should be ID, not name. Form ID. And then everything else is fine. Okay. So then we'll say plans at index, plan index equals new plan set. Do it up here. Okay. These as reference. Not really loving the way that I did this, but life will go on. Okay, so actually what I need to do is to grab the information first. So action name equals, this will be form dot elements and index 0 dot value. And so that'll be action name, this will be start time, this will be end time, this will be 1 and 2. I think it's gonna have to get a little more complicated, unfortunately. That's okay. For now, I'll just do seconds. So then we're gonna grab this. We're gonna scale will be 1. Sure, let's go with 1. And then here we'll put action name. And then new time where we put start time in seconds. And end time in seconds, no milliseconds. Then I think made a volcano. All right, that's cool. I think I need to change this to a new function, call it render. And I think that let's do context dot, I'm sure there's going to be a clear, or how do we wipe canvas? JavaScript clear canvas. Clear rect of the whole thing. Okay, cool. So we'll say clear rect canvas. I don't know, it'll be 0 0 canvas dot. Right, hang on. Canvas is the element reference, I think. By ID. Yeah, okay. Canvas dot width. Canvas dot height. Oh no! That's a bummer. Well, if you think of it again, just let me know. Next to the plan set. Okay, I mean, let's try this. Let's see what happens. One more thing I forgot, though. Let's do a render call right here. Let's do this. Then we will throw it in. There's going to be no stuff down here. Then we'll do test 1 2. Boom. Nothing's happening. Okay. So is there anything in the console that will explain why nothing's happening? Delta load resource, reference error, get element by ID is not defined. Ew. Okay. Right, it should be document dot get element by ID, I believe. So let's try that. scale you up so I can actually see what's happening. Test. 1, 2. Alright, so we got some more problems here. We cannot find render. Okay. No. No experience with it. I don't know what Flexbox is. Feel free to let me know what it is. I don't know what render is. Why don't I know what render is? Got reference. Render is not defined. Is this an ordering thing? Do I need to pull you to the top? Oh, yeah, float. I was thinking when you said float, I was thinking floating point number. But yeah, no, you probably know way better than I do. Render is not defined. You don't know what render is. I don't understand. And init, line 150. Nice. You're at line 150. Why don't you know? Render is not defined. Something bad about render, maybe. Is there something wrong up here, maybe? Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. I need to figure out how to do web dev in Visual Studio. Or something that is just better than Dreamweaver. Like almost anything possibly might be better. I don't know why you're not happy with me. Why are you not happy? Is there a way to actually check HTML, spell check, manage fonts, library, templates, commands, I don't know any of this stuff. Render is not defined. Okay, I don't know if I can actually read anything about this. Init, line 150. Oh, because I'm writing C in the middle of my JavaScript. Void is not a JavaScript thing. Okay. That explains it. Alright, so test 1, 2. Alright, still nothing really happening here. Where's the console? Canvas and stuff loaded correctly. Synchronous mutation listener. I guess scaling isn't really doing me any good. So what's it gonna try to do? It's going to do all this stuff and then not render. That's why I wrote the render function. Duh. Alright, try this again. Probably gonna have some issues. Here we go. Interesting. Okay, so what does that actually look like? Oh no, I scaled it way too much. Okay, yeah, that seems good. And then we add another test here, and it's from 2 to 3. Okay, alright. Flexbox layout system does the lines better. Ah, interesting. I'll have to look that up. Flexbox. Complete guide to Flexbox. Cool. I'll keep that open. I want to keep messing with this. Definitely not, like, I'm definitely in the phase of, like, let's just get it on the page, functionality-wise. So I'll come back to that for sure. But good suggestion. Okay, so this seems good. Now I just need to add more of these little guys. So, throw some more divs in there. This will be character 3, on change 2, 2, 2. And then 4, 3, 3, 3. And then last, for now anyway, excuse me. Aw, that's cute. That sounds adorable. Alright, let's just see that we can get 5 of these guys on the page. Okay, not quite. I think that I need to adjust width a little bit. Let's do 19%. just because we got padding and margins and things. Okay, so then it'll be, I don't know. I'll just do test. I'm too lazy to write anything other than test. Test 3, test 3, 4, test 5, 6. That seems weird. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. Alright, I mean, the system generally works, right? So we got, I need to add the word character to each of these guys. I probably did this the worst possible way. I've got, like, really nasty duplication that's about to take place, so bear with me, everybody. Let's do, yes, H1, character 1. So I'll throw character 1 here and 2 here. 3 and 4 and 5. No breaks. I didn't put breaks. Do I need to put breaks? I don't know. Apparently I don't. Alright. Test 1, 2. Make sure I didn't break everything. Okay, cool. And then above that we will have chain. So I guess that means we're going to have another div. And kill the div. And then inside of it we're going to have some more containers. This will be chain. Maybe that's the way I'll do it. I'll do up to 10 things. You can have a chain and then up to 4 buffs. So this will be chain. Number-wise, I think this is going to get a bit messy again. Okay, so I'm going to change the way that the on-change things works. Let's call this... Let's bring it back to form ID. And then plan index will be the second thing. So we're not constructing form ID anymore. We're getting on change here. We're saying chain. Nope, that's not good. Single quote is gonna work. Here's the problem. I don't actually have buffs. I think I need to do this a little differently. I think plan index is not going to work here. I don't really quite know how to handle this. Because here, what I need to do is, if they put in a chain, then we add the chain, but it's got to be at the top. Characters should always be below everything else. And then if we add buffs, they should also be at the top. So the thing that I need to make sure that I account for is, if I go through here, and I put in 5 characters and then go back and do the chain, it has to like insert itself at the top. And then if it's buffs, they also have to insert themselves at the top. I think I almost have to do it like in a layering system. So maybe instead of index here, I'll call this layer. Layer index. And I'll have to figure out exactly how that works, because I'm not sure. But we'll say that chain is at index 0, and then buffs, I guess, will be at index 0 as well. Or you know what you could do? You know what I should have thought of was, instead of grabbing the element by ID, I could just put element here. Or let's call this form. I can do that, can't I? No, I don't think I can do that. I'm not sure if I can do that, but I'm not sure how I would do it either. I was just thinking I could put this, but I don't think this works the way that I think I want it to. Okay, anyways, chain, comma, grab the chain and thingy. These are gonna have to have character. It's gonna need to take a layer index and a plan index. Order? I'm trying to, I'm like struggling to to think of what to name these things, but it's like to do find layer to do place in order within layer. Those are what I need to do with those two pieces of information. Okay, I'll come back to it once I sort of figure out how to do this stuff, I think. So we need to find the layer, so that means that our plan is not going to be as clean as just a pure array like I'm doing. It's actually going to be a bunch of layers. So it's going to be something like an array. I'll just do this in pseudocode first. An array of layers, which has inside of it an array of values, plan sets. And then another layer. Whoops. I think I only need the 2 layers. Plan set, plan set. Okay, I think I have the idea. It's kind of what I need to go for here. So I need to add another class to it, I think, to keep this all neat. So let's call this layer. Constructor. I don't know that we really need any construction. So maybe there's no point to that. No. There's the point. Create the layer, and then inside of it we say this dot elements equals an array. And then I think within it, we'll have to have some functions like function. No, it would be place at index equals function. We're going to take object, or I'll just call it value, and then index. Okay, so then we'll say if elements dot length is 0, we need to start by creating the elements. Doesn't seem like that should be possible, but just in case. Or rather, maybe I'll do it this way: var count equals elements dot length. I'll call it length. So I only have to read that one time. Can JavaScript do sparse arrays, I wonder? Anyways, if length is less than or equal to index, then no problem. Elements at index equals value. In fact, I think we can actually simplify this. We could say, no, I take it back. Yeah. No, it's not if length equals 0, it's if, sorry, I'm trying to be as defensive as I can here. If elements is null, then elements becomes a thing. Okay. Length is less than the index, so basically there are not as many elements as this index, so freely insert the element at the index. But well, then we'll have to have an else here for the more complicated case, which is there is already an element at the desired index, so insert this in between, I guess. I might be overcomplicating this, I'm sure I am. Elements.insert, is that a thing? Insert before. Let me look it up. JavaScript array. Every insert. No, there's no insert. Includes. I can't remember how to do it. Is it push that I want? Is push not at the end? The end of an array. It does say the end. So that's not what I want. Is it splice? I used to do action scripts, so like all of this used to be second nature, but it's not anymore. Removing or replacing elements and or adding new elements in place. Okay, that seems good. I like this beat. Oh, delete count. Okay, so we don't have to delete elements to add. It is splice. Okay. Okay, so it's elements.splice at desired index. Delete count is 0 because we don't want to actually delete anything. We're just kind of like shoving the right thing in the middle. And then we're inserting value at that spot. Is it really that simple? So then plans is going to be 2 layers. I think that's it. I think that's all I really need here. So let's say new layer. New layer. Okay, so then what we're going to do is find the layer. So var layer equals plans at layer index. And then var the other part that I need to figure out is how on earth do we check if it's already there? Okay, so maybe we'll do something like get name at index equals function index. Do this sort of thing. Return null. There's no name there if we don't have that many elements. Otherwise, we're going to return elements at index dot plan set. I guess is going to have a name now, so we need to add that. Sorry, I know this is maybe not the most exciting. We're figuring it out. We're making some progress. Let's just add that up. Okay, so our test plan here, just to make sure that this kind of works, is that this is going to be buff1. This will be chain. This will be I don't know, Tyro. Maybe they're all going to be Tyro. And then I guess as well, since I'm here, I need to kind of incorporate the layer mess. New layer. And the layer is going to have all of this stuff. Comma. Just layering my data, don't mind me. New layer. Trust me to overcomplicate things as much as I can, right? Okay, so I think I need to wrap another thingy around this guy now. So it's var. What is before I? H. H in layers. Okay. So var layer equals layers.h. Var plans equals layer dot elements. Sorry, this should be plans. Yo, Ramadi, thanks for the host. You are epic. How you doing? I'm just over here making a mess. Let me know when you're here. I can kind of show you what I'm working on. Yeah, this seems fine. Like, I just incorporated the concept of layers into this. Let's do this. Let's test this out. Test plan. Not like something. Hey, Ramadi, how you doing? Welcome to the party. I'm trying to show you actually what I'm doing. Let's see. I'll be able to show you in a sec. Init is not defined. I screwed something up again. Let's see. Renders here. Init's there, but not really there, apparently. This is that. It's that. I guess, come to think of it, it seems like this is more reliable for checking syntax. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I should do shoutouts and stuff. Go follow Ramadi Cobb. He's a cool guy. Always good for a laugh. You don't like something. What don't you like? Oh. No? Init is not defined? Okay. Tries to get some dubs. What were you playing? I can't remember what you played last. Renders here. Init is not here. Init is unhappy, and I'm not sure why again. I screw up. Oh, it's gotta be something up here. Okay. Gotta be something with this. We create a layer. Oh, it's this mess. Duh. Okay. Elements.index. I think it's action name that I want. No, it's just name. Did I just call it name? Plan set has a name now. You got a victory royale? Nice. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever played Fortnite. My experience with Fortnite was watching someone play and then being like mildly overwhelmed by everything that was happening. All of the... I mean, I've actually watched a few people play. I watched DJ play a few times, but like all the building and switching and like shooting, too much for me. And it's still not defined. Unexpected token. Here we go. Line 237. That's what I have been missing. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, this is what's broken. I started like too many ideas and then didn't finish any of them. Alright, let's try this again. Somehow stuff happened. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm in the middle of trying to unbreak this. Nice. That's cool. Let's do a break here. We are... because I noticed that was all messed up. Is it calling on change? Let's try that. Let's do console.log form changed. Because I wonder if it's calling on changed when it loads up. Not really what I want it to do right now. No, okay. Interesting. So now I don't get what's wrong with my layering here. So console.log plans.length, I guess. No, still not working. Something is not working correctly. RH in plans. Context, canvas and context loaded successfully, but then it just stops, and I'm not sure why. Because what it should do And I kind of like init being at the top, so I'm going to move that back up. You should be getting down here, it should say canvas and context loaded successfully, then it's going to render, then it's going to clear the rect. It's going to grab total scale, it's going to say for var I in plans. This is not going to work. Okay, maybe that's why. Let's do function get total scale. Maybe I'll just mess this up for now and I'll clean it up later. I'm just trying to get to something that works here. Okay, so this is gonna have to be for... Oh, I get why this might be confusing it. I'm using the word plans in too many places. I don't know, maybe that's not the problem. Okay, so var I in plans for var j in. No, we'll say var layer equals plans at index I. Var j in layer. Plans equals layer.elements here. I wonder if this is good or not. It's probably not good, because I keep reusing the same name for my variable. I think it might be really messing things up for me right now. Let's try this. I think I got the logic sort of okay. Cannot read property length of undefined, that's line 202. Yeah, okay, so I am definitely screwing this up. So we're gonna call this master plans. So this will be master plans that we're dealing with here, as well as here and here. And that was also wrong. I'm finding all kinds of mistakes that I'm making here. Let's see if this fixes anything. Cannot read property 0 of undefined, line 189. Right, let's speak master plans as well. Okay, so 2 on line 202. So there are 2 plans, that's good. Still not rendering anything. Why? So my plans are gonna be layers, and then inside of that we have plan set. Inside of that we have plans, right? Here's plans. Music's gonna stress me out. There we go. Bomberman, better. Oh man, what is happening? Okay, so this is somehow messing up. Let's log here, I guess. Console.log plans.length. Console.log row.plans.length. It's going to print some funky numbers. 207. Console.log plans.length. Okay, so there's 2 layers. That part is successful, but the part about it actually having stuff in those layers Right, of course. Duh. Okay, here we go. Args. That's what I need. This right here will let me plug in layers the way that I've been trying to. This has basically been all getting ignored. There we go. Alright, Romedy, if you're still here. This is kind of what I'm going for. That game that I was playing earlier this week on my phone, I want to be able to just draw out plans for it. That's the idea. So every little action that my little thumbs are hitting as I'm playing the game, and then a bunch of stuff at the top to kind of remind me like what's going on, like what effects are in play and that kind of stuff. So kind of going for this. And the idea is that I come through and then sorry, anyone can use this. I'll put it out on the web and, you know, give the link, put the link on Reddit and stuff, and say, hey, if you want to sort of visualize your plans, come use this thing, and then people just sort of type in their info. So I'm just testing it out. I'm just kind of trying to get somewhere with it. Okay, so test plan is in place, and that's great. Maybe that's just the way that I do it for now. I'll just keep it equals test plan. And then we need to insert stuff every time the form changes. No, I don't make any of the games that I play. No. Trying to think if there was ever a game that I worked on that was fun. I mean, besides doing testing. I did like game testing, and those games were fun for sure. But I never really played the games that I work on. I haven't really made that many, to be honest. I mean, just a handful. I've been doing more teaching than developing for a lot of years. Solceris is fun, actually. Solceris, I played that, or I did that on stream once, months ago. Haven't touched it since. It's not supported. Okay, what am I doing here? I need to change this guy. Okay, so form is getting changed. We're grabbing the layers. We are placed in order within layers. So then I think we got to do something like okay, so the layer is going to have a name. No, not the layer. The plan set is going to have a name. We actually need a place for the character. I think I need to rethink this a little bit deeper before I get too crazy with it. Because I think that what I'm realizing is that I need to use more horizontal space for the character setups. So what I think I'll do is each character is actually going to be its own row, and then within that you can sort of put as many actions as you want, and those will go horizontally. So I think I'm probably just gonna kill all of this. And then just sort of start with one thing at a time. I think I'll come back to this. I'll keep this. I'll just comment it. Sorry guys for my super slow process here, because I'm just thinking of this stuff as I'm doing it, which is sort of tricky. Beleted? Beleted? Baleated? Baleated? How do I actually want this to look? You know what, let's just sort of start from scratch. I don't want to overwhelm myself with too much already being in there. Let's just start fresh. So we'll do a div. Class will be floating column container. Go. Okay, and then the whole thing is going to be a form. Deleted. Someone recently posted like a story about the history of Control-Alt-Delete. Turns out it was never meant to be exposed to the public. Kind of funny. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay, so this will be character 1. Let's do it in regular paragraph form. Let's say character 1. And then I guess the whole thing has to be a form. So we'll say form ID equals character 1. That part's staying the same pretty much. And then what I'll do is I will actually add another element to the form, which will be character name. I can actually copy a lot of this stuff. And then we'll do a subdiv on that as well. Yeah, exactly. It was supposed to be a debug feature. And it shipped. Apparently someone spent like 5 minutes on it and then moved on to the next thing and then forgot that it was still in there. And then people started to figure out that it was out there. It was kind of funny. I guess I need this to be a floating column within a floating column. So, no, this is where the actual subdiv is gonna be. Okay, got it. So this is div class, whoops, I did that wrong. Class equals floating column. Close that div. Inside of that, we're gonna put all of this stuff. Add column. This will be input type equals button. Actually, I'll do it this way. Grab the input tag. Input type equals button. I think it's on click that we're gonna want equals add column, which doesn't exist yet. Add action. Then we will close the input over here. I think that's it. Let's see how that looks. Jeez. Dang. Are you getting off? Are you getting off of work? Is the remarkable thing that I was trying to say there. Right? I know those feels. Okay. Yeah, floating column container, you're gonna also have a border. Let's slap a border around this bad boy. That is not at all what I expected that to do. Control-Alt-Eat. Control-Alt-Eat it. Okay. You're supposed to include everything, though. That's weird. So floating column container has within it another div. How strange that it doesn't include the subdiv in the bordering. You know what? How much do I care? Not a lot. Let's be honest. How do I do buttons? I forgot how to do a button properly. JavaScript button. Not JavaScript. HTML button. Okay, this is probably more the type that I was expecting. So it's not an input, it's a button. Button. Button type equals button. That's right, folks. That's how we do it. Cool, cool. Aw, that's nice of you. You're such a good guy. Click, close that. Close the button tag. Throw that in there. Good guy Funky over here. Alright, so then add action is going to throw another column in there. So this is where it's going to get extra fun and exciting. So now we need to add another div every time we click that button, right? So, I'm going to have to come back and rename that because the name sucks. Let's call this add action. It's going to need to know which form to add it to. That I will need in a second. Not yet. Okay. Add action. So it's going to be add column. Character 1. Okay. So then we're going to say var form equals document dot get element by ID. Form ID. Form dot inner HTML plus equals this mess. I think I might have to do single quote. except that this is going to be escaped here and here. I mean, it sounds like a good boss, honestly, because, sorry, brain is thinking too many things at once. Because you need to be able to expect a lot from your people or the ways they slack off, right? So as long as you can do that while being understanding at the same time, sounds like a good boss. Add action. Nope, you are brokes. You're broken. What have I done? Init is not defined. Once again, we have broken the internet. Come on now. Do I have to do this? I do. Okay, you know what? Fine. I'm fine with it. Plus this. Yeah, I think a good sense of humor. I think that as long as they pay attention to your needs as well, those are the sorts of things that are important. A good boss is not necessarily the one that lets you slack off. That's my opinion anyway. It's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Plus div. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, we got a bunch of junk. It rendered again, so that's nice. Adding action does nothing, apparently. That's cool. I didn't know I could double click. That's cool. Alright, action, add action form ID on click equals add column. Got it. That's what's going wrong here. Guess this should be quotes around it. Hey, that is working. Look at that. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Okay. Is it messy? Yes. But is it beautiful? Absolutely. Alright. Now we get this extra fun and exciting little sub-problem to come back to, which is how do I deal with this whole mess? Let's call this on action change. Let's plop this here and here and here. This is going to be character 1, which is the form ID. Yes, it is. Okay, and then the layer index. Characters are going to be in the first layer, and in the index of that, character 1 is going to be 0. That's the idea. So we throw this guy in there, throw this over here, and this over here. And okay, so we'll do far. Gosh, this is gonna get so tricky. I thought this was gonna be simple, you guys. Okay, it's tricky because every time we add a new action, we have to slightly change the function call that it will use and things. Muchas gracias. Nice. Give yourself a pat on the back for that one. Bot says, muchas gracias for coming to the stream. Boom. Nice. Alright. This doesn't belong here, does it? This belongs up here. Maybe that's what's weird about this. Dooba-dooba-doo-doo. Oh, oh, dooba-dooba-doo-doo. Thank you. I'll be here for a few more hours. A couple more hours. Alright. Cheese. Cheese and crackers, folks. Cheese and crackers. What do I do with this? What am I gonna do with this? Let's see how this looks. Still works? Okay, cool. It's getting complicated. It's okay. This is gonna be action 0. Because every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That's not at all what I meant to say there. How do I do this? How do I do it? Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of a way that I could actually make this less terrible. Okay, let's set this aside for a second. Let's say var action existing action div equals form dot elements at index 0, right? Because within each div, hang on, here's the form. Oh, it's not going to be element 0. It's going to be this one. How do I do that? Am I right? Exactly. Form dot get child. No, doesn't have a get child? That's weird. Get element by class name. Get elements by tag name. Get elements by tag name NS. Seems good. Okay, so let's do this. Existing divs, or I'll call it existing subdivs, equals, get everything within this called floating column. Then I'll say form.inner HTML plus equals one of those things. And element 0. Let's see if that works. Let's see how you like that. Terrible. Absolutely, horribly, horribly bad. Okay, so not that. What is it gonna be? It's gonna be an element. Okay, so let's do this plus that dot inner HTML. We're getting real hacksy here, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binaries. Let's do /div. Try that. Nope, doesn't like anything about that at all. Okay, so it's div, right. We gotta do single quotes here. It's always a bad sign when nothing shows up. Alright, so init is not defined. Once again, we've broken the universe. Double quote. Why do you do this to me? Why does it do this to me? You know, half the time the IDE tries to help, and it just gets in the way. I hate it. Hey, look at that, look at that. Look at that! Look how cool that is! Okay. Cool. Cool beans. Let's not do the width thing. I'm kind of curious what this will do. There's like extra padding that I just got rid of, which I wasn't liking anyway. Alright, cool. I guess that's good. Alright, seems to do the thing that I needed to do. We still don't have it updating the rendering at all. So let's put more brain power onto that guy. I still got this really sick feeling that like this is gonna suck. I need to update the action number on each one of these little elements that I add, and then these numbers over here as well. think I just have to bite the bullet and do it. Because like this right here seems a lot neater, but I don't think I can do the little adjustments that I need to anymore. So, Alright, I have an idea. Excuse me. Let's give this an ID, shall we? This will be ID 0. God, sorry. So I don't have to change it here. Dying inside chat. Okay, sorry, my bad. Trying to think of how to do this. So I think we need to okay. Gotcha. So div count. Drinking entire glasses here, missed. You know how many times we must have done that as kids? And we turned out okay, right? Not at all, like, bizarre or anything. Existing subdivs.length. Maybe I'll say next ID equals that -1. But then this is going to say ID equals quotes and then end quote and then plus next ID. That's not a double quote, that should be a single quote. That should be a single quote. There. Plus. Okay, so now we can at least get a slightly different ID on each one of these things. Maybe that's all I need to do for now. Maybe I can find a way to make that work. So we throw that in there, we run it, add an action, we inspect that action. Does not like... Huh. Why did it come in different? My code's a little bit off, maybe that's why. I think this should actually not have the -1, because it gave them both the same ID. Maybe that's what's screwing it up. Let's try it that way. Add action. Okay, I don't like that it's changing things. I don't like that. I don't like it. But, inspect this guy. It does have the ID of 1, so that's good. Oh boy. Okay, action name input type equals text, name equals action value, unchange equals on action change. Why do you not like it? Why don't you like it? Huh. Is it just because it's too small? Something like that? It doesn't like action name, input type. Okay. Yeah, there's some weird spacing thing happening, I guess. Huh. By grabbing inner HTML, somehow it screws up the formatting. Like if we compare this thing... Is there a quote there? Is there actually a quote there? No. Oh, okay, I see it, It's this ID. There should be another double quote here. God, it's always something stupid. Stupid, I tell you. Alright, try this. Sometimes it's semicolon hunting. Then you graduate to quote hunting. Okay, so that's good. Each one of these should have a unique ID now, yes? Yes, ID 0 through 17. Alright, we good. We're getting there. Okay, so. Maybe we don't have to change this. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just try to pull that from up here. No, that stuff doesn't change anyway. Because this is like, what form are you in? This is what layer are you in, and this is what value within that layer you are in. Okay, so I think that's actually right. So, find the layer, and this should be now master plans. I'm so good at naming things, chat, don't you agree? Okay. Var, no. I don't think that this stuff has to happen here. Why do I suddenly have these ridiculous hiccups? Right? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Funky. You're awesome for agreeing with me. Okay, master plans. So then here's what we'll do. We'll say master plans, or no, I'll say layer dot add. What did I call it? So much code. Need to wade through here. Okay, get name at index, place at index. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. Let's go with var new plan equals new plan set. No. Oh boy, yeah, this is gonna get messy. Okay, so the new plan is this. I think I'm just making this complicated, but I think it also kind of has to be, because the thing that we need to do is just so messy. Okay, so we're gonna have layers, and then within that we're gonna have like plan sets. Let me sort of lay this out as JSON, I guess. Layer. And then inside of that, elements, which is an array. And then inside of that, we got plan set called character1. They do. I heard about that. Which is itself an object, which has within it an array of plans. Plan, etc. And another plan set, which is basically the same as this one. That's character 2. So we need to find the right layer. Step 0, find right layer. Step 1, see if character 1 is already there. And instead of character 1, let's say form ID is already there. Step 2, place new plan at index within their plan set. Okay, that seems good. Seems like the way to go. Guys, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm feeling a little hungry, maybe even lightheaded. What do I do? I'm gonna go to BRB. There's the BRB. No, we don't care about you. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Bring back BarkBot. Alright, have some fun with BarkBot. I don't think I'll be too long. I'm just gonna munch on something, or probably even grab it and come right back. Get some water or something. Anyways, be right back. I'm really bad, guys. I'm so bad at this. I'm trying to fix my BRB screen and then, like, suddenly I'm just doing everything wrong. I realize I'm not showing the music either, so I'm bad there as well. put it? It was just there. Apparently I just never put any thought or care into this screen whatsoever. Just transform. Cool. Oh, there it is. Stupid. Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright, there we go. Now at least you can see that. And then I'm going to see if I can redo the alert. Yeah, I'm really bad. No. I got me some Chex Mix. Okay, I'm watching the mic and it's not picking up my crunching, so that's good. Dang. I thought there was a way to, like, replay my last alert. I honestly don't know where I saw that. Seems like a cool thing to do, right? To just be like, hey, I missed that alert. Let's replay it. But I can't figure out how to do that. I'm sorry. I'm the worst person in the world. Alright, whatever. Guess I'm back. How's everybody doing? Did you miss me? Is my mic on? Yes, it is. Okay. Just make sure that, again, double checking here. Okay, so like really loud crunches you can hear. Alright. What? Nice. Nice. Boom. That needs to be put down in writing. Alright. So, extracting out my little pseudocode here. Find the right layer. See if form is already there. Okay, so that means I need to... I think I already started writing it. You know what I should do, chat? I should close up all of this extra messy stuff so that I'm not constantly scrolling for 8 miles just to find one thing. That's a good plan, right? Close this guy. We're not looking at init right now. We're not looking at render right now. We're looking at this one. The big bark. I like it. Watching the mic go up. Hang on, let me just adjust my mic. Let me mess with my filters, one sec. Presser, here we go. Threshold. I forget how this works. Testing, testing. Okay, so you're hearing all of this. Okay, so now it's super. Alright. That's probably not what I want, actually, now that I think about it. Noise gate. Right. Oh, you know, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'll worry about it later. Okay, so here we say, right. So get name at index equals that. Really, what I need is get element by name equals function name. start with all the same stuff here. For var I in elements. Probably don't even need the length thing. Anyone else snacking? Got any good num-nums? Var element equals elements at index I. If element dot name is equal to name, then return element. Or I'll call it get index. Get index of element. No, I'm bad at naming. Leave me alone. Get index of element with name. There we go. That feels good. Alright, we're gonna return I. If we get to the end and we don't see it, let's return -1. Nice, nacho fries and a taco. Feels like settling. I like it. I always like Taco Bell. Index within layer equals layer dot get index of element with name form ID. So then if it's if index within layer is -1, then it's not present. Okay, so this part could get messy, but here we update the existing plan set here. Okay, I'm just trying to visualize the data here. Alright, so, yeah, I already kind of did that. I visualized the data. Okay, so then we would have found, let's say, this plan set. Okay, so yeah, var plan set to update, not updated, but update equals layer.elements at index within layer. Plan set to update. I'm just gonna kind of wing it here. We're gonna say dot plans at element 0 equals new plan. For now, it's gonna be cheesy. Hack to do currently always changes 0th element. Okay, but if it's not present, then what we need to do is to create a new plan set. So then we're gonna say layer dot place at index new plan set with form ID is the name and scale is going to be 1.0 and then new plan as the only plan. Is that gonna work? Is that all we need? That'd be amazing. Okay, let's try it. There's this effect that I notice with programming where it's like, sometimes you think something's going to be super hard. You know, and often it is. But then at some point while you're doing this super hard thing, it almost feels like turning a corner and then the finish line is like right there. And I just had that moment. Assuming I did it right, of course. I don't think I did, because it's broken. But even if I did it wrong, you know, there's still something to be said for I finished my attempt, you know? Init is not defined. Once again, we have ruined everything. How have we managed to ruin it this time? Where's render? Here's init. I don't understand. Okay. So, we got a bunch of code up here. We got some messy garbage happening. Something about this is not making it very happy. I'm not sure what it is. So let's look in the console. Of course it's gonna tell me what it is that I might have messed up, hopefully. We got new layers, we got test plans. Oh, all this stuff. Layers there, we've got some bracing happening here, and here, and here. Not sure what the deal is. I think it seems okay. Really not seeing anything to explain what the deal is. Programming memes. Damn that grumpy guy who doesn't like them, because they're often inaccurate. At least in my opinion. Excuse me. Why don't you like init? Init seems unhappy. You're still here. Oh, it's still there. What is unhappy about init? And this should be character 1, character 2, character 3. If I'm smart, I'll copy and paste. 4. One of the last things I added was this. Do I just need to have semicolons? This one's coloring stuff. This one doesn't color stuff. Why is that? Something wrong here. Never returns anything, but that's okay. Does it need to be a comma? Maybe it is a semicolon that I need there. Let's try this. See if anything changes. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Oh, still not happy. Okay, now we got some red stuff on this line. Aha! It's another parentheses issue. It's always going to be a paren issue. Unparented paren. Hey, okay. Now, close you. Here. That doesn't matter. Parts. Goes from 2 to 3. Nothing changing whatsoever. So that's cool. Ha! That's also not good. This is where a compiler would be great. JavaScript. Life siphon. From 2 to 3. Nothing's happening. Elements is not defined at layer.getIndexOfElementWithName. Aha! Oh, I forgot I have to do this. Okay. JavaScript is very particular about scoping, I think. So I have to say this dot elements. Every time I have elements, it's got to be this in front of it. You're not here for that. Alright. Let's see if this does anything. Life siphon. 2 to 3. Every time we change something, it's terrible. Cannot read property name of undefined. Line 114. Our element equals this. Elements at index I. Interesting. So it says that it found it. It says that there is an element. Huh. This is in the layer. Layer is gonna have one element, or no, it's actually gonna have several elements in it. I think I can set breakpoints, and I forgot I could do this. This probably could save me a lot of time. I can set a breakpoint here and actually debug this stuff, which is good. Here, it's gonna be here. Okay, so let's just set a breakpoint here, and then reload it. Okay, so we're pausing here, going in, we're digging in, step in, step over that. One's not null. Yeah. Okay. Action name is blank, start time is blank, end time is life siphon? No, that's wrong. Huh. Okay, we'll have to worry about that later. Let's create a new plan. I don't really need to dig into that part, if I'm being honest. Step over that stuff. Our new plan. Here. Action name, end time. Okay, so that's not great. It's not supposed to be that way. Seconds is life siphon. Okay, but I'll worry about that after. Step over. Layer is this layer with 5 elements and sets. Yep, makes sense. Okay, now we're gonna step in here. Elements is not null. Var I in this dot elements. Elements is this, yeah, okay. Our element equals this, elements at index I. I is 0. Element is plan set. Okay. Did it not? Yeah, it says right here that it has a name property. What the heck? So I guess right here it doesn't like this. What is the error that we're getting here? Cannot read property name of undefined. I don't understand. Name is here. This dot. Oh, okay. I got you. It's because I put this. Actually, it's wrong in this case. That's fine. Okay, so now it does seem to be paying attention, but the ordering of these things clearly is wrong, because it pulled them up in a different order than what I expected. So, we need to fix that. This part right here is broken. So, let's say form.elements.get we name them, yeah? I'm trying to think of like what is the right way to do this. Can I just do this? Elements at action dot value. Will it let me do that? And then this one would be start. And this one would be end. Is that what I called them? Action, start, end. Yeah. See if that does anything. I'm not sure if JavaScript works that way, but I think Flash used to work that way. Life siphon 2 to 3. Apparently it does. Doesn't want to print that though. I wonder why. Anything in the console? Explain why that's broken. Respond to a status of 404. Form changed. Yeah. Okay. Timing wise, it seems to be good. Okay, that's great. That's something. It's weird that the color is repeating. Did I do that without realizing it? Probably I did. No, I didn't do that. Weird. Not gonna worry about it. Okay. So it doesn't like the text, which is unfortunate. Value equals blank. Text. Unchange equals that. Is it because it's not called name? It's probably called an action name or something, right? If I look inside of plan, it is action name. Okay, that's why. No, it's fine. Action name, Weird. I am using action name here. Just double checking that plan is laid out the way that I think it is. Name first, yeah. That's weird. Okay, let's debug it. Now that I remembered I can debug, probably be doing that more often. So, go to sources. I guess what I want to do is set a breakpoint. In there, sure, why not? Alright, let's run it again. Life siphon. Okay, so our new plan has action name blank still. That's the thing. It's already messed it up. So form.elements at action. Stop rebugging. Yeah, no, you're right. It doesn't like that. Okay, so let's look at our elements. We have div, form, div, name equals action. Name equals action. So it's got start and end. It reads those just fine, but it doesn't like action. Why is that? It's because I have another thing named action. Yeah, okay. Duh. Dooey. That's my fault. Again, it's always my fault, obviously. But this would be name equals character name. That's the problem. Because we had action in there twice. Let's try that. Life siphon from 2 to 5 seconds. Boom! Look at that. Here's where it sucks. Mug time. Actually, the name of an ability. From 5 to 7 seconds. Doesn't like that. Also, this got cleared out, which is weird. Oh, because they're the same, huh? Life siphon. 2 to 3. Yeah, you broke. You broke entirely. I got a bunch of like garbage prints going on here, so I'm gonna get rid of all of those. Except for the ones that actually belong and should be there. Probably render is where that's happening. Yeah, Funky, what the heck, man? Alright, so here's where it gets weird. The thing that we're doing is always putting it at element 0. So I need to find the form ID. Is it the form? I do need to update these, because of the way that I'm reading them, I think I need to. No. Okay, I had an idea, didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking, okay, maybe this is form for the character. Maybe this is the ID that I'm actually sending in. Maybe this is just form with no name. I don't know if that's good or not, but we'll find out. And then kill this form. And then start a new form. And this one will be action 0. Maybe that one is just called character 1 still. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe that's the right thing to do. Okay. Maybe I'll just call it 0. Maybe this is where that ID actually ends up. Okay, so let's find this again. Elements by class name, no. Yes, I changed my mind. We're gonna put the form inside the div. That actually seems better anyway. Sort of reversing the order on these hierarchical elements. Change my mind again. Right? I think it's going to be 0 again. Now that I put it that way. Okay, so grabbing the divs, we're finding floating column. We're getting the number of those floating columns. We're adding it back in. We're grabbing contents. Okay. ID is 0. Trying to understand how I'm like wrapping my brain around this stuff. Okay, so when action changes, we found the form. Maybe it's not the form that we really want. It's the div. So I'll call this div ID. Replace form ID with div ID. Just in this function. Okay, and then this will be div. Is there like a smart way to do this? Refactor, rename? That's what I really want to do. Oh well, doesn't want me to. So do div. Here and here and here and here and here, and I'm already going too fast. Dreamweaver is kind of slow sometimes. Why are you not? What is even happening? Nobody said anything about any of that. What is happening? Mm-mm. I am entirely breaking Dreamweaver somehow. I think maybe it needs a break. Let's bring it back. Kill it and bring it back. Tried turning it off and on again. Yeah, it's freaked out entirely. Div was not found. Div ID. Okay, div.elements. Alright, here's what we gotta do. Action forms equals div dot get elements tag name? Maybe that's right. No, let's do it by class. Loading column. Elements by class name. Loading column. And then for I in action forms. I'll call this action divs. That's really what it is. Otherwise it's going to be very misleading. Okay, for every action that's in there, we need to find the form within that action. No, we need to find the ID. Got it. Var ID equals action divs at index I dot ID. Can't spell. That's cool. Grab the ID. Then we do all of this. This is gonna be so slow. But the ID is the only thing that we were missing, so now we have it. I gotta make sure that it's as an int. I gotta make sure that it's an int. JavaScript string to int. Or int, okay. Parse int. Let's see if that works. Because in theory then we should be able to add more and then they would all appear in the plan set. Alright, what do we break this time? Once again, init is not defined. What did I even change that would cause init to break? I guess that we get better feedback here, don't we? Okay, end time is broken. Got it. Extra bunch of junk here. Okay. Yeah, it's that weird bug that I was seeing earlier. Okay, we're getting something. That's cool. So this is life siphon from 2 to 4 seconds. Nope, that is not. Console. Can't read property action of undefined line 266. Okay, let's do this. Current action div equals action divs at index I. See if that works. I'm not spelling that right. Don't really care. Okay, 267 still doesn't like it. Okay, so let's do this. Form equals current action div dot elements and index 0. It should be fine. Because if we look at our HTML, the div has only one element. It's the form. So then inside the form, we can look for action. I think that's fine. So then it's really form that goes here and here and here. Cannot read property 0 of undefined. 267. Still not liking. Current action div. Nothing. What? Okay, let's debug it. What's wrong here? Oh, okay. Uncaught. Type error, cannot read property 0 of undefined. Let's set the breakpoint here. Let's reload the page. Got it. It doesn't have something called elements. Why did I do that? That seemed to work. I think I saw it in a example or something. Okay, guess that's not good. So what do we got here? Alright, I guess we'll just do this. We'll go form, and then get an array, and then it'll be element 0. Because there's only one form. See if that works. Step over. Step over. See if we get anything. Form is a form. Okay, let's let it run. Not too many breakpoints. Kill the breakpoints. 5. Okay. Still having errors. New plan is not defined. I swear I declared a variable called new plan. Apparently not. That's weird. Okay. New plan equals new plan. Action name, start time, end time. Yeah, that would have never have worked. I don't know why that suddenly became undefined, but let's try it again now. Get elements by tag name is not a function. You are destroying me. guess maybe I'm just misunderstanding how this is supposed to work. JavaScript, find children of element. Elements by class name with parent. Okay, this is a lot weirder than I thought it was. I thought it was simple. Parent.children. Okay, children. Maybe that's what I should be looking at. Let's look at the debugger. Got it. Dang it. Okay. A lot messier than I thought it was going to be. Do this. J in children in current action div dot children. If current action div at element j dot tag name is form equals current action div at element j. And we can break. Okay, maybe that'll do it. Not my ideal way to do it, but that's okay. Okay, we got a breakpoint. Okay. Yeah. Good property tag name of undefined. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We're working on it.
This is value of j. J is 0. As a string. Why is it a string? Why would it be an int? Oi. Okay. Var index equals parse int. Nope. Parse int. J. Okay, definitely not my best day-to-day, folks. I'm just feeling like this is getting messier by the moment. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let's do a step over. Index is now 0, Still don't like it. Still don't like it. Oh. Alright, I mean, I guess at this point I'm almost brute forcing it. So, var child equals current. Oh, wait. Probably, that's good to hear. This dot children at j, that's probably what I was doing wrong. It should be dot j. Let's see if that does anything. Oh no. Alive is always good. Form is null. How can it be null? Now it has 0 elements. What? What? So if I did something like this. Current action div dot children and element 0. And then I skip this whole messy loop, which I didn't like anyway. Would I get a good result? You survived your Sierra Mist encounter, huh? Do we have a form? It is a form. For crimini's sake. I don't know what I even did differently, but suddenly it works. Whatever. 2, 5. Alright, well that breaks. Now it breaks. Okay. Let's double check our HTML, how we have it aligned. We've got a form. I don't even get it. Okay. No. Not a Sierra Lich. That's terrible. Okay, so here's the P, the form, the break, the div. Okay, I think I have an idea of what's going on here. This is not doing what I thought it was doing. Var child equals div dot children at index I. If child dot class name equals floating, what do I call it? Floating column. If it's not that, kill it. Continue to the next loop. Okay, we don't really need that. We'll do child. Child.id, thank you very much. Okay, no, this is actually fine. This would just be child.children I think I understand why it was going so weird. I think I finally understand what's actually happening here. I think this might be it. My problem was I was writing so much hacky code like an hour ago that I didn't even realize, and then I wrote other hacky code on top of the hacky code. Still not getting good results. Plan.startTime.value is not a function. That's a lie. Ah, okay. Gotcha. So this should be new time 0, comma that comma 0. This should be parse int. New time 0, comma parse int comma 0. See how that goes. Some results finally. Oh, it breaks everything. That's not good. Test 2, 5. Other test 6 to 10. Hey, that part works. Rounding the corner. Why does it clear them though? I don't like that. Definitely don't like it clearing. I wonder, does it have to clear because we're changing the form? This is what we're doing. I need to have fields be added and taken away with plus and minus buttons. Whenever I add a field, it works fine. When I enter something in, then add another field, previous field resets. I think I have a feeling why, because this inner HTML thing is not really probably the way to do it. I have append child. Okay. What are they doing? They're doing document.createElement. And then we append the child. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so let's do this. Var new column equals document.create element div new column dot class name equals floating column. Basically just copying the same information as below but doing it in a better way. New column dot id equals next ID. New column dot inner HTML equals this mess. Do 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 do. Pen child, new column. Let's see if that works. Yay! Test 3. Or whatever, doesn't matter. 6 to 8. Or 9. Doesn't matter. Cool! Alright, we're getting somewhere. Sorry, probably making a bunch of noise. Okay. Maybe at the point where I can add another character and see how destroyed this makes the entire thing. Our character 2 in there, shall we? We're on change on this guy, I'm gonna leave it empty for now. Not really messing with that. And character 2, 2, 2, and it wants to be at index 1. Then layer 1. Okay. Character 2. Mess with our CSS a bit. Don't really like the border on the container, so screw that. See how that goes. I knew that there was going to be something weird happening. Let's upload the CSS so we don't think that happened. Okay, so we got rid of the borders, but we didn't do a line break between the two, so let's do that. Still not good. Why? Oh, because I put it at the bottom. That's not helpful. That looks so bad. How can it look any worse? Do I have to do 2 breaks? You don't seem happy. The D value 0 must be unique. I don't agree with you. I don't know why it's doing it this way, but I guess it is. Whatever, works for me. Alright, so let's see if this works. Test, or I keep saying numbers and then typing different numbers, but whatever. Test 7 through 11. Test 1 to 2. Test 3Q to 5. Cool. Okay, I mean, basically it works. What's up, Hyper? How you doing? I'm making a new thing today. You get to witness the excitement or non-excitement of thing. Can I show you? I think I can show you. Basically, it works. And over here munching. It's character 2 again, but whatever. So, for that game I was playing, played a couple times on stream. I want to be able to sort of show like what I'm doing in the game more visually to people. Sorry, I'm like cleaning stuff out of my teeth. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if anyone saw it up super close, but I think this is... I don't know the name of this pattern, actually. It's like little... almost like little ninja stars. Pretty cool. Anyway. Curata. For 1 to 5 seconds. Then we'll do... I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Chain. I'll call it start chain. From 1 to 3 seconds. Whatever. Alright, so I just want to be able to like lay out, okay, this is basically my plan for the whole thing so that there's some visual way to communicate that ahead of time. So, you know, it's not just like wrapping your head around things as I'm doing them. You can kind of see, and I think eventually maybe I'll even have like a little bar that moves slowly across, so you can kind of see where I am as time progresses. But that's trickier, because when I'm pausing the game, it's, you know, stops time and that kind of stuff, so I don't know. I just felt like doing it. So I'm in redundant HTML land. Not a great land to be in. Not my favorite land, but... 4, 4, 4, 4. I should, you know, really what I want to do, probably, maybe I should have done this from the start, was write this as a PHP script so that I could write some functions to like generate this redundant stuff that I'm doing right now. Certainly have done that before. I don't know that, I'm not aware of HTML having any way to handle this. I guess I could write it as JavaScript. I could say on load and then generate all the tags and stuff, but that would be messy. There's too much padding going on here. Get rid of all that padding. I don't know if that does anything or what that does exactly. Okay, so we can still kind of see everything, so that's good. How are you? Anything new with you? I'm gonna need an extra break in here now. Ew, Minecraft. Who plays that? Padding did nothing for the battle plan. This is nothing. Well, hello, the drunken frog. How are you today, my friend? What is new with you? Being super rude streamer and eating crunchily. Open XR. Okay, yeah. Nice. That's cool. That sounds really cool. Frog, I'm just building this like visualization thing. I wonder if I could actually pull up one of my videos so I can use it as reference. Nice. How's work today? How are you been? Not sure which one of these. I guess this one. Sorry, I'm gonna like kill the music. Didn't really think about it. Sorry. Right as you're like, yeah, I love the song. Let me do it this way. Let's see. New instance. Can I do it this way? Plop that in there. Yeah. Okay. Can I go back? I get to hear it again. Alright, sorry, that was totally not intentional, I promise. Okay, so like here's a video, right? Here's one of my clears, first one I recorded. And I was like, how am I gonna edit all of this junk, right? Oh my god, there's so much happening, oh my god, I just look at everything and look at all the clicking, all the tapping, all the flashing. So, the idea here would be to like go through here and say, okay, what's my party? I got Mog on top. I got Tyro number 2. I've got Realm. I got Terra. And I got Locke. None of the names show up, by the way. I'm just doing that for funsies. And then let's say that I want to say at 2 seconds, Tyro's gonna do this. No, that's not Tyro. What did Tyro do? He's doing something. I can't even tell what he's doing. Entrust. Okay, great. So Tyro does Entrust. Oh, totally. Yeah. People, I guess, get that confused. It's a different Final Fantasy mobile game. I like the dancing. I love it. So that's at 2 seconds. Let's say 2 to 3 seconds. So that, you know, Tyro's down there entrusting. Then we got Realm going next. Realm is using this. So Thamasa Guard is the name of the ability. So that's from, say, 2 to 3 seconds. I don't know what to do about bleeding over text like that. Maybe that's a good compromise. And then what comes next? Okay, Locke is doing Fire Assault at around 2.62 seconds. I don't have like decimal places in there yet, so it's all gonna have to be in ints for now. So while flashy stuff is happening, you can kind of see, you know, the plan, how it all fits together in the grand scheme of things. So he's doing Grace from around 3 to 4 seconds, let's say. And then Terra's doing something. Riot Blade. They have such awesome ability names. 3 to 4 seconds, let's say. And then who's next? Yeah, I played Brave Exvius for like half an hour. I didn't really like it. I kind of like the battle system in this one more. Alright, so I know Tyro is doing Judgment Grimoire. Judgment Grimoire. That's a really long name, so that's going to be hard to fit, but that's okay. It barely fits. Was this the same song? I hope this was the same one. Alright, and then Friendly Sketch. I don't know what the time was, so let's say 4 to 6 again. Oh no, now it's going to play the video. I didn't really want that to be in the playlist. That's goofy. Anyway, so you get the idea. So it'll all just be able to visualize like all the crazy stuff that's happening in one of these things. So then I'll eventually start putting it on YouTube and that kind of stuff. That's the plan. But I'll release it to other people who want to visualize, because there's like this huge Reddit community, and they're always trying to share their victories and stuff. So it could be useful for people there as well. Okay, the basics of it are kind of in, so I just need to add a place to deal with chain. Also, one thing that I'm curious about is, can I like save this? I can! Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Out of the box, didn't have to do any work whatsoever. Saves out an image for me, that's great, I love it. Alright, this is where I wanted to go with it next anyway. Okay, so we just need to do this a couple more times, really. Or a little different, maybe not exactly the same. Div. Yeah, this stuff's the same, mostly. This will be chain. And then inside of this guy, I think it's just gonna be these. I don't think we need like the text part of it, so let's throw this in there. This is Chrono Trigger. Just a remix of the title track, I think. Winds of Time, it's called. Yeah, it does say it down there. Add action, chain. Yes, chain. Okay. Form is there. Button is there. We do a break. Throw in this stuff. This stuff's all the same. Yeah, no problem. Chain name goes here. Generally speaking, all the text is way too big. I think that's the problem. So in the body, let's say font size. Let's go with like 8 pixels. No, 9. I tend to like super teeny tiny little fonts and not find it problematic, but not everyone agrees with me. That might be too squishy, too scrunchy. Okay, 10's a little better. What does it say? Interesting. That's weird. It says character 1 here. Oh, okay, I get it. It's over here. No, this is 1080. Pretty sure. Now you're gonna make me check. I don't always know these things. No, yeah, 1080. I just like super tiny text. That's what I'm doing, is just squishing the text down really small. Maybe too small. But I kind of like it, so I'm not going to change it. Which means extra breaks here for some reason. I don't really know why I need to have all these weird extra line breaks. Kind of weird. Everything I'm playing, by the way, is from Overclocked Remix. I'll put it in chat. Or in BarkBot. All music from ocremix.org, is it? Double check that. Yeah. Oh, BarkBot bays. That's hilarious. BarkBot says. I did not upload. Upload changes. Yes. Okay. Broken. Let's unbreak it. Oh, floating column, ID chain. You've got a div starting here, ending there, div. Oh, I didn't have all the ridiculous line breaks between. Right. Okay. I guess I do need that paragraph bit here. It says chain. This is the wrong kind of snack for me. I'm just gonna sit here, munch it by the handful. I think this will work. No, I think I want this to be 4, yeah. Numbers are just like a layering index to help it figure out where to put it in order here. So let's call this RW chain. Sorry, Blaine is totally breaking out. I can't word. All right, there's the chain. Yeah, it seems to work okay. All right, then we just need to add buff rows. Buff rows, bro. I don't like how like squished together everything sort of looks. So, oh well. This will be buff 1. Buff 1. Wait. Yeah. Buff 1. Buff 1. Will be index 0 within layer 0. Then a couple more times. Buff 2, buff 2, buff 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Buff 3, 3, 2, 2. Say buff 3, buff 3, 3. And then one last one. And then we can finally, I think, call it sort of complete. I mean, it's not complete. It's like beta, maybe. Missing a lot of stuff, actually. So maybe not at all. But it's like usable, I guess, is where I'm going with that. So, let's see how this does. It's gonna be like so much vertical space. Not great, but that's okay. Maybe I'll say chain. It shouldn't say chain. Say other stuff. There's chain. This one should say buff 1, buff 2, buff 3. Should be 4 buffs. Ah, dang it. Buff 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm wondering if maybe it makes sense to actually put the chains and the buffs on one side, or maybe on the other side even. So we're gonna have 2 columns of things. That seems good. Kind of like that. So let's grab all of this up through buff 4. Cut it. All these weird line breaks, don't need them. Let's throw them down here. Let's go div. Plus equals that. ID equals characters. Everything down to character 5. And then we kill that div. And then we start another div. Wait a sec. No. We got another div outside of that div. This one's the container. Whoops, class equals this. D equals, I don't know, maybe I don't need an ID. It's fine. Everything down to here, tab it in, throw another div killer down here. Start another div. Class equals floating column container. No, it's floating column really. Floating column ID equals chains and buffs. Div. Kill the divs. All the divs. And then I think I need to change one other thing. Oh no, I did that here. Okay. This one. If I've done this at all correctly, we should now see 2 columns. Probably haven't done it at all correctly. Ah! I did! What are the odds of that? Getting it to even remotely be right on the first try? Who does that? Who does that? Okay. I don't know why I can't see the left side though. It sort of feels like it's floating too far left. If I had an action here, it kind of makes space for it, right? Yeah, that's cool. Okay, awesome. Shockingly not terrible. Alright, let's inspect this thing. Yeah, really. Column container. If I look at this, 10 pixels, yeah. Maybe I need to add some margin to it. Margin 5 pixels. Okay, so now we can see it. That's good. I know what else I can do. I can sort of adjust the placement on a couple of things here. Let's go with header 2. No, maybe I'll just do bold. I know that you're not supposed to do tags like this anymore, but I don't care. Let's do this. Pull the form up. And then we'll throw character name right after it. How's that look? Yeah, that's better. I'll just put name. Okay, now I can get a bit more vertical real estate back. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, everywhere that I see this whole mess, I'm gonna place it. Okay, and then sort of the same thing here, just trying to reclaim some space. Chain. Reclaiming my time, Senator. Alright. Yes. Keep the ball rolling. Alright. Getting there. Cool. Looking better. Kinda like all of that. Way more. Now I can increase the font size to a more comfortable thing for most people. Maybe I'll just skip that altogether. I don't know what the default is, but yeah, seemed comfortable enough. Cool. Alright. Is it all really working still? Let's make sure. Let's go with test 1, 2, add action. Test 3, 4. Let's do test 2, 3. Thank you, Kiwi. That is so nice. 4, 5. Yeah, right? I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. Alright, so that seems fine. Let's make sure that chains look good. RW chain started at, let's say, 5 seconds, ends at 19 seconds. Let's say, I don't know, Tyro, AASB, sure, why not? Start time, 10 seconds, lasts 45 seconds. Let's add another one here. Let's do another chain, RW chain at, say, 20 seconds. Lasts till 34 seconds. Cool. So far, so good. This seems good too. No, I don't want to do another buff. Because buffs are mostly overlapping, I think. I don't have a minus button, but I think that's okay. I'll have to add that. So, I'll throw a to-do in for that. Where's the minus? Where's the minus gonna go? I think it's gonna have to go in the top of the form again. Let's do a to-do here. To-do. Add action removal button from pretty much all of these. Actually, it's not gonna go here. It's gonna go down here. I'll come back to that. That'll be fun. Let's do another one. It says chain name. I gotta fix that too. What do we got? What else are we gonna have? Let's say that we have a bard doing Allegro con moto. Let's say that they start that at 5 seconds and continue pretty much the whole battle. So let's say 45 seconds. Boom. Cool. That one's bigger than the others. But it placed itself the way that I wanted it to. There's sort of a trick to this whole mess, which is the layering concept of it. Like, okay, if I'm not there, I'm going to throw myself in, but keep things generally in the right order. Which it seems to be doing, which is good. Yes, there's a thing where the scale is wrong. I want to figure out why. You know what I could do? Is I could use as the master plan here. Maybe we'll call this default plan. And I'll call this, let's see, duplicate that a few times. 2 and 3 and 4 will be buff row 1. Chain row. And then these will be character 1 actions. I do alt paste. Does not like that. That's annoying. Whoops. 4 actions, okay, and then the time on all these will be, I don't know. Let's do 0, 0, 0 until 59. And I'll do 1, 0. I know that I said I wasn't going to do this all day, but I did. Sorry, everybody. Probably it's faster to just manually type it. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Broken. Sweet. Why are you broken? Once again, I screwed something up. What a shock. What have I missed? Right, there is no default plan. Or test plan, I mean. No, still doesn't have an init, so I still broke something. Some sort of parentheses issue somewhere. Comma, maybe. I gotta spot it, but I don't see it. Oh, it's here. Okay, so it's gonna look like Garbo when you first load it up. Maybe I don't like that as much as I thought I did, but that's okay. It's alright. Test 1, 2. As long as it overwrites correctly. Let's say 5 to 19. Test 2 to 3. Test 3 to 4. Test 4 to 5. Test 6 to 7. Okay, buff 1 would be, I don't know, buff 1. 5 to 30. Buff 2, 10 to 35. Buff 3, 15 to 40. Buff 4, 20 to 25. Cool, yeah, it generally seems to pay attention and update itself the way I expect it to and want it to. It's gonna get real messy still if we throw too much on the screen. Not really sure I have a good solution for that. I gotta figure out why this thing still is acting very strange. I think it's somehow acting like a left side floater when I don't really want it to be. It should always just be left aligned, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, at this point I could kind of like look at what's the next thing that I want to do. Maybe I can just print the name to the left in the canvas. So let's add a section here. Const. Char name width. Let's say that we want to allow, I don't know, 40 pixels for the character name to appear. Which means that when we render, it'll have to be somewhere along here. So char name width plus this times that. Our X scale is going to need to get squished further, I'm sure of it now, because we're adding more information. That's okay. So now there's space for that stuff. What would be cool is putting icons. Oh, thanks XR Gunner Dog 112, but no thanks. Ooh, we're getting double botted. We've hit it big. We hit a big, chat. Or somebody now. Trying to figure out how, like, what order that names will go in. Okay, let me see. I know, right? I did get one earlier, yeah, so it's 3 in one day, for sure. I've hit the big time. Color pair, plan. Okay, so plan's got action name, plan set as a name. Right? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Let's do display name. Right? Display name is nothing. Okay, so we're gonna add this display name thing. Gotta figure out how to get the display name to show up. Okay, so let's add another thing here that says if child dot Okay, so every form has elements in it. This is the div ID. So it's gonna find this thing, it's gonna find the form underneath it. You'll get there one day, Kiwi. You'll get there. Don't even worry. You're so close. I can feel it. Child.tag name is form. What? Small f. Child's tag is form, then let's do this. Maybe I'll do this here. Trying to simplify this a bit. Master plans, layer, place at index, new plan. New plan set. Plan set is gonna have a name now. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's change the plan a little bit. Yuck. Plan is now going to take in a sort of, what am I going to call it? Identifier name and a display name. You're going to grab identifier name here and you're going to grab display name here. And down below on our master plan set. Ooh, that's actually perfect. Comma. No, this one's chain. This would be Tyro, Laura, Dr. Mog. I can't think of his name. Oh, Biggs and Wedge. Boy, shame on me for forgetting those. Wedge. Okay. Let's see. So then when we create a new plan, we're actually creating one with that name as well. So this will be where we can grab var character name is going to be null by default. I think I just do null with a string. If it's form, then character name equals child dot elements. I call it character name. Yes, character name dot value. I can't spell apparently. Continue. Okay, and then blah, 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 blah. Plan set to update. Plan set to update. Dot display name equals character name. Let's see if that works. I need to then render it, so let's figure that out. Let's do this. Context. Hang on. This is the layers. This is the plans. Okay. So I'll say context dot fill style equals black. Context dot fill text plan. A plan? No. I have row dot display name left. Right, so the character part will be 5. Top plus height divided by 2. I think that's right. That's where we draw the characters' names. Let's see if that works. I have no clue. You know, sometimes you get lucky. Look at that. Alright, I mean, it sort of works, right? We got space down there, we got names and space and names. Let's give it some more space. 50. Squanching those names in there is going to be a little tricky, because I keep having to like compress the amount of space that we're using horizontally to make room for everything. Let's add something to the top as well, just to get rid of, like, it's really claustrophobic up there. Y, let's do Y. It's equal to 5. So we start out with 5 pixels of space at the top. That'll make me feel a little better. There we go. That's at least slightly better. Okie dokie. This can be done. This can be done. Our canvas is running out of space. You can kind of see at the bottom there, it's running out of room. So I think I have to adjust that a little bit. Where am I going to do that? Okay, base height per row, canvas.height minus 5. Let's subtract that 5 that we just took away right there. Okay, try this again. Here we go. That works, that works. Okay, getting there. We got names, we got things and names and names and things. I think the next thing to do would be to fix these forms to take in multiple values, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, that kind of stuff. I think I'm getting worn out, so I think I'm going to call it a day, you know? No, wrong. Wrong. Nope, wrong. Here we go. You know, chat, I learned something today. I learned how to work with Canvas. That was pretty cool. I forgot that JavaScript had Canvas until yesterday when I started this idea, and I was like, oh, but I don't want to have to mess with, like, spacing things using HTML. Like, that's going to be super painful and awful. I don't want to have to mess with that. And I was like, oh, wait, JavaScript has Canvas. I totally know how to draw stuff with Canvas. That is easy peasy lemon squeezy right there. And yeah, so I was pretty excited about that. What else did I learn? I learned that you guys are super awesome for showing up and hanging out with me, even when I think I'm probably not that exciting from time to time. It really makes me feel good to have you guys here. Honestly, it does. I haven't said hello to this guy in a while, so let's check him out. We're gonna raid somebody, so please don't go away just yet. I think this is how you spell his name. I haven't said hi to Cal in a while. He's an old buddy. When I was playing Minecraft, I was his lawyer in court that one time, so there's that. Yeah, no problem. It's good to see you guys. You are super awesome. Be sure to say hi to Cal. Give him some barks. If you don't have the emote, just go bark bark. That would be super awesome. I'll try to be back Monday or Tuesday and keep doing this sort of couple days a week thing. Monday and Tuesdays are just my good days, so that's probably what it'll be. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. See you next time. All right, thanks guys. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.